Assalamualaikum, how are you all? So every time I have a discussion to talk about the different types of social, political, cultural, and political view and analysis. But in today's discussion, I will discuss about the religious right of a woman and man in our social context and social perspective. So first of all, I have to mention what do you mean by the religious independent and freedom of independent. So I think that from the scholars analysis, from the scholars view, right to religion means whether all kinds of religious perspective, all kinds of religious institutions, even the religious figure can interplay, they can introduce their religious right without any kind of justification, without any kind of problem, without any kind of social dilemma. This is called the freedom of religion in our perspective, in our society. So right to religion, it is not a updated right. It is totally organized before 5 or 6 thousand years ago, and as a human being, every people has the right to introduce the right to religion, freedom of religion in his structure, in his practice. But sometimes we believe that we have to follow our own religious matter, own religious thing, rather establishing the another people, our neighbor people, religious independence, religious sustainability, and religious perspective. So for these reasons, most of the philosophers say that whenever you are thinking about the religious matter, you have to remind that religious matter, it is not only for you, it is for your brother, for your family, for your neighbor, for third party, or etc. So I'm an advocate from Bangladesh. So according to article 41 or 42, it is enshrined that every people has right to freedom of religion. So in Bangladesh practice, freedom of religion share that every people has the right to take the advantage of freedom of religion. No people has the right to say something, to defame against another people's view, another people's interpretation, another people's belief and satisfactions. You know that from the historical period in Bangladesh there are three religions. One is the Islamic religious culture, another is the Hinduism, and third is the Buddhist or Christianity. They are very less than the Hindu and the Muslim mentality or the philosophy. Even most of the people think that 90% of the Muslim people, they have organized the Islamic rules, Islamic culture, Islamic administration system in Bangladesh. But I will not think that. According to Article 2A of Bangladesh Constitution, it is mentioned that Islam will be the state religion in Bangladesh. So state religion concept is a very big issue. No people say that state has a religion. Even Ibn al-Arabi, one of the finest philosophers in the medieval period of Muslim architecture. So he said that religious is an independent factor. Whether no people can admit that religious is only for his own development. Religious actually need for the society's development, society's influence, even the society's perspective. But religion factor or religious factor will not apply for individual integrity and individual sustainability. So that I have already mentioned from the very beginning of our 13 AD. So in that time, our religious factor was based on the Islamic philosophy, Islamic culture. According to the historians, in the year 1350, in that time the Sultani period, they had already occupied everything according to the Islamic rules and philosophy. In that time people was Muslim, and 90% of our common people, they were Muslim. And after that, during the time of the Mughal emperor, Hinduism had a very big effect in our culture and communication.